ngana kukwaganira ku program yefe the mayijejesho chalero nachazire umugosi nga nyono utangirira lisomero lya Mbale Secondary School kwa makale kwa abaka senior ako katabula mumbo china. By the way, it took me a lot of time to eliminate the senior secondary school. We were all used to senior secondary, but it is Mbale Secondary School.
Yeah.
It is none other than Umugosi Buyera Moses, and you know, head teacher wa Mbale SS, abbreviating as Mbale SS. Aberewo kwama 2017. Those are how many years?
This year I will be making 9 years in August. 9
years. That is a record.
Of course, minus maybe COVID. 2 years or so.
We agreed that COVID. We agreed that COVID. Yes. If you were 22, COVID took 2 of your years, so you remained 20. Abana. Umugosi Buyera nakwaganire ku the mayijejesho.
Kale wanyana nawe.
So Umugosi Buyera, he's still in the celebratory mood. On Friday, results were released, A-level for that matter, and results were very good. I saw Kadodi in town. By the way, I think it's becoming a norm that each time results are released and you have perfect scores, Kadodi throughout. But I like the fact that Mutamu security, because it's important. You'll see the environment might not be convenient for your students.
Yeah, actually on the contrary, for us we rarely go out, especially on the results. I think the only time we have gone out to celebrate on the streets was when we were launching 75 year celebration, and it coincided with the purchase of the new school bus. So that was the only time we went out.
By the speaking of the new school bus, it's beautiful.
Yes,
it's beautiful. Congratulations upon that.
Thank you.
Then also congratulations upon the 75 years.
You're welcome. Thank you.
That is a huge time. Umugosi Buyera, let's get down to business. On Friday, how were you feeling on Friday before the results were released?
Yeah, you know, over Mbale theory, I think umusindo uhucha humbalo. There is a lot of anxiety. Actually, I think us, the teachers, are more anxious than
the parents.
No, even in the candidates. The anxiety amongst the teachers is at a higher level than even the candidates.
And then at home, the anxiety is
more
the
on the parents, yes, than even their children. It's even worse for us as an administrator, as a leader. You are extremely anxious, and there's a mixture of emotions, excitement, but also anxiety. Is it what you know? The psychologists call it the positive fear of the unknown. Any situation that you can't predict the result or the outcome before you get the result. It's like when you go to a doctor for a test, maybe for a test of a significant maybe illness. So before you get your results, you are very anxious. You
so
don't
know.
They could go either way.
They
could be positive. Yeah, that's how we are on a Friday.
Oh my goodness. Sometimes I fear anxiety. Do you know that when I'm feeling anxious, there's a way my pressure levels go high.
Go up.
Do you people also experience that?
Certainly. Our blood pressure is good enough. Some of us, God is still helping us. We don't have, me personally, I don't have hypertension or high blood pressure. Or anything like that, maybe high blood sugar or anything, but still the heart will race, you will feel restless, you will not lose concentration. Actually, it happened that day we had a board of governors finance committee meeting, and I felt like telling the chairperson of board that please can we stop the meeting because I'm not concentrating. I could hear, you know, I was in my office, and those results normally come through my directorate of studies office. They don't have the computers that download the results. So I kept hearing students jubilating, you know. screaming at the top of their you know,
the top of their voices. And you're like,
I said, what is happening? You know,
and
no one was giving me any feedback. And here I was stuck in a meeting.
You were in a meeting.
And I am the secretary of the meeting.
Do you remember that I also gave you a call?
Yes, you did give me a call while I was in the meeting. And I knew roughly what you could be wanting from me. I almost wanted to call you back. I kept wanting to call you back,
but
and
you sent me a message and said, I'm in a meeting.
Yes, I think so. I sent you a message.
All right, before we settle down, for Umutu kukubona for the first time, let me take you back a little bit. Mutu Mutaniteba, who is that gentleman? Just something briefly about yourself.
Yeah, this gentleman stood here is a teacher by profession. 311, I've been a teacher from day one. I began my career in Kampala KCCA. By then it was still KCC. In about 1994, 95.
Whoa.
Yeah. My first station in Kampala was UACE. Yes, I was in UACE for 2 years before. I did my school practice there and I remained there for 2 years. So when I was appointed on government, I was posted to a school called the Buyera SS. So from Buyera SS, I went to Mango SS for some years. Then I went to a school called Agre Memorial, still in Kampala, but now in Wakiso. Eventually, that was when I was a teacher. I was eventually appointed as a deputy, and I decided to come back home.
Okay.
Yeah, I asked to be transferred back after working for about 15 years there. I was transferred I was posted to a school called Buyera SS in Palisa.
Okay.
Now it is in Butebo. The reason why I went to Buyera was because we had opened a school with my friend called the Bugis High School, a private school. Yes, I was the initiator of that school. I took the idea to my friend Wycliffe, and I was heading that school. So at that time I was a deputy in Buyera and also a head teacher of Buyera. Bugis High School. I was the pioneer head teacher for 7 years. So during that time I was appointed the head teacher of a school called Mbale SS in Mbale district, and I was also there for 7 years. So that is the time when I decided to become now a principal. I changed my title in the Bugis High to become a principal, and I appointed a head teacher under me. Okay. Yeah. Somehow at some point I realized I cannot work in two places in the same district.
Definitely.
So I let go of Bugis High School. We agreed with my colleague. He paid me off handsomely since we had begun the project together, and I moved on. So from there I came to Mbale SS in 2017, August. So this year in August I'll be making 9 years
9
here.
years.
Next year I'll be making 10 years.
Wow.
Yes.
That's quite a journey, and it's an interesting one. All right. So you're here at Mbale SS. When you come at Mbale SS, Mbale SS has a standard it has maintained from time immemorial. Actually, OBs and OGs of this school, I think they are the most proud.
People around.
They are the most proud because of the standard that has been set. And then, this is a huge school. No wonder it's called the Eastern Giant. It's called the Eastern Giant. So, you found a good standard, and over there, as we have seen, good results, especially for A level. Mbale SS has maintained this. Actually, Buyera results zitula. Everyone is eager to see where is Mbale SS. As people are going through, everyone wants to know where Mbale SS is standing. So many schools aim for excellence. That is known. Everyone wants to be the best. Everyone wants to appear in the papers. But what sets Mbale SS apart from these other schools?
Mbale SS, for starters, I think has a very strong culture of discipline. I think number one, the foundation begins with discipline, especially amongst the learners. Once that is established, Mbale SS has a very strong legacy of discipline amongst learners. So every new student who comes from outside has to fit in that structure. We are so strict that even when we are non-U school and our students pay school fees, we don't emphasize so much the school fees. We first emphasize the discipline, and this includes when you find out people, our teachers at the gate. Every morning, teachers stand at the gate, arrive at the gate by 6. We have what we call a task force. It is both disciplinary and also financial. But their most important job is to screen every single student every single day.
Every single day.
Before a student comes in, he will pass through a vetting process very quickly. Not that they stop them and they search them or anything, but the teachers just stand aside to make sure that every student entering the school is properly dressed.
Yes.
The hair style, the hair size, you know, the height of the hair, the type of shoes, the type of stockings for girls and socks for boys. Those little things begin defining a learner, because the white man says that don't judge a book by the cover, but in most cases a good book will have a good cover. So a student whom you will see is putting on shabbily or has modified the uniform, sometimes some even leave belts and they put on banana fibers or ropes or strings, yes, to test the system. But of course with our system you cannot go through. So we shall send you home if you don't have a belt. Even when you don't have a belt, even when you have paid the school fees, we shall ask you to kind of go back and dress properly and come back.
You have a certain type of belt.
Yes. We prescribe. This is for their, you know, we are trying to create a structure for them. They are younger people. If you don't create boundaries for them, even in the future, they will not have boundaries, even in their personal discipline. So by the time, because this is a formative stage, this is the time they are forming their character. It is the time I'm sure all of us are products of our the schools we went to. They put in certain values in us. You are supposed to dress properly. That's why even when they live here, they don't pull out their shirts. It has to be, you have to,
my son,
it has to be tucked in.
It is still tucked in.
And tomorrow, he won't be a shabby gentleman. He won't. Or a shabby lady. She will be conscious of their appearance.
Charity begins at home, and it is nurtured at school.
So we work with parents, and we sometimes clash with parents when a child has paid school fees and he has come maybe late or he has come improperly dressed. Ngawamu sindikire ingo back, I will say, please, you go and dress properly. The parent sometimes comes back. Yes, I've paid the money. Why
are you chasing the child?
Money. But the issue is not about fees. I don't think even you as a parent, you want your child, even when he has paid fees, you don't want him to come in school when they're shabbily dressed.
Mr. Buyera, kwiseko kuwaganikire waletere isonga ye basaali. You know, I've seen basaali babeeza ezaagana kulwanira ku ssomero. Muba ni meetings. School meetings esimulangira basaali.
Class days.
And then uza kuiduyanga usually kuba abantu babasinga kulwana bababa. Niyo babalini gamani. And then bababa abakebeeza mu meeting da. Udiya bamayi neno bali kukola kino niyo babizuule. Some bala akebeezera ko dada mwana ali ni basaali boza nenga pa omusaali ukolere kino. Uwezereda what have you put in place to ensure basaali but they should be coming, because ideally we should all be there for our children. This vice, how are you fighting this?
One year nabi. As Mbale says, we have a very vibrant guidance and counseling department. This guidance and counseling department has about 10 teachers. Actually, there are some teachers who almost have very little load, so that they can concentrate on that work. Their job basically is to connect the school with the parent. Before we carry out any serious disciplinary measures on a child, we shall invite the parent. We have created what we call, apart from the parents' general meetings, the PTA AGMs, annual general meetings, we have class days. Class days are dedicated days for a specific class, but those are even the general ones. Apart from class days, we routinely invite parents if the child has been found in, and we normally target the fathers, because we know the fathers have a stronger voice in the home. They are the heads of the family. We insist that sometimes we succeed, sometimes we don't. If we fail to get the father, at least the mother comes. But most times the mothers will come and they are almost resigned. They say, Ngolendi, now this boy is this. Me, I can't manage him. Me, I can't, maybe the father is not around. Normally, the ones that we don't succeed with are the ones who are absentee parents.
Yes.
Maybe they are away abroad, maybe they are away on a safari.
Maybe some are dead.
Up country, or they are dead. It's true, or they are separated, divorced. Yes, there are those cases. And normally, those are the children sometimes find the challenges with who have single parents. That ones we find. But we have teachers who are parents, who are senior teachers, and they are parents themselves. Somehow we have been able to handle them and guide them.
By the way, this brings me to the issue of discipline in these schools, and that this is not limited to only Mbale SS. Wabone, we have a problem as a community, Mbale City community. Ni gamasomero ganochi yours ni gagaliranire. The issue of discipline is wanting.
Yes,
by the way.
I agree.
The issue of discipline is wanting, to the extent that last year we lost a student.
Yes.
We lost a student. It was sad. I ngakuikirire mwalo on the scene. Bana abo. You know, when I was some bana camera, my heart was bleeding.
Yes.
Bano basale bo mwana wesivita. And then later on when we saw on the CCTV camera, bana balwana byekisiru.
Yes. Very flimsy reasons.
Very flimsy reasons. The issue of here inside you might tame them, but I also know, to the best of my knowledge, that even within mubamu those cases of display, now when they get out, it is worse. Bana balwana, bana bikube. What is the problem?
Yeah, unfortunately our mandate normally stops within the school boundaries, but we've been working with stakeholders, LOC, especially LOC ones of these villages surrounding us, including the village where we are Somero cell, police, RCCs. We've been having actually weekly meetings. I think every 2 weeks we would hold meetings, and then we would share. Then school administrators of all the institutions, not only secondary schools, but even we used to have School of Nursing here, and the hygiene, and others. So I don't know where the problem is, but it seems to be a societal problem. I think many of the students, this area is concentrated with a very high population of students.
Yes.
I think between the about 5 schools which are here, Progressive, Nkomeses, Mbale High, Mbale SS, Universal Link, between us, you may find that we have about 25,000 learners whom we release, and all these are day scholars. Majority are day scholars. Even those who claim to be in hostel, they are actually, it is almost it's like a home, which is just, there's no difference. So we release them on the street almost at the same time. So we have come up with measures that have helped us a bit sometimes. Like if you have realized the violence seems to have died down
a little bit. Yes. Actually, ever since that incident.
Yeah, ever since that incident. Yes.
But along the way, one time, bana nikakulwana kwa manu chena. Up to Buyonjo, where I stay. Bana bezanga bali kwikuba. And parents are looking on and we're like, what is wrong with these children? Bikubira dalabi. And then there is the other danger. Kuingira mu luguudo. Bana balwana baza mu luguudo. Imotoka enyala yakutomera kube pitch. There is that. Surely, I don't know where the weakness is. Both basari, are we doing our job? Are we doing what needs to be done?
Parenting.
Kubatereza kubisa. Do we talk to our children? So all of that is, it leaves a lot to be desired. So that is, on that, I actually get disturbed a lot when it comes to discipline within here.
It is true. It is true. It is, you see, for us as schools, we receive these children at about between 6 and 8 a.m. in the morning. At 6, we release them back to the community. So sometimes what happens is between 6 and 6 again, we can't control. We just also hear about it. We then advise. But we also think that we have a high population of students who are living alone. There's a population of students who are living alone, who are renting.
Sure.
Those who come from far, those from neighboring districts, in Teso, in Bukedi and the Bugisu, the outlying districts, and they want a good education. So I think these are some of the big urban schools traditionally from many years ago. That's one factor. So these learners are they are bosses of their own. You find them in Namatala there, Namatala, Halfland and Indian quarters. They are renting. Including even girls, even girls. I don't know how parents.
And now you know what happens. Girls leave their places and they are married. You know that those girls are married.
It is true. We have evidence of that as well. The parent thinks the child is in school renting. The girl finds a boy. They begin cohabiting and
in your hostels, because I know schools have hostels. In your hostels, it is also known that Bamamu, even with your guarded hostels, Bamamu Batula, and they go and do.
Yeah, yes, you are right, but it depends really on the level. Most of those things you see where children escape from the hostels, they are normally, I don't want it to say probably my colleagues in the private owned hostels might think I'm decampaigning them, but normally the private owned hostels that are not attached to a school have less stringent measures.
Exactly.
Because they have a mixture of students from different schools. Two, if these are like clients, if you annoy them, they will go away.
And you'll be out of business.
Yes, you will be out of business. So you are forced, inevitably, subconsciously, without even knowing it, to give them some freedom, because you are trying to attract them.
There was that exercise where they raided hostels and ebyavaamu tebyali birungi ng'abaana basulanga we baagala. I don't want to talk about this on camera, but there is something that needs to be, and then this comes down to authorities again. They go on the streets.
It is true.
You
see, the privately run hostels have no proper regulatory body, because for us, for our hostel, we have a deputy in charge, a deputy teacher, the female deputy. We have a teacher under the deputy. We have matrons, like now for our girls hostel, we have 4 matrons. We also have a nurse. We have hired the security firms, private, the ones who carry even guns, at least female security, people with guns, at least for internal security and the gate and so on. But we try to really make sure that when these girls are released here from 6, they give them some few minutes, and when they reach there, they roll call. Every morning as you go out, you register. We also monitor them while at school here.
So, because I'm sure kuno kuliko bana gonna in those private hostels.
Yes, they are.
So they go and do their things, and then they're coming back into this population that we think is supposed to be innocent. And
they contaminate.
Yes.
They contaminate them. Yeah, that is inevitable. You cannot control all the variables. But as a school, for example, Mbale SS, we have a master plan. We are going to build already the plans were approved. We are going to build a girls' hostel in the school. We have a lot of land, as you can see. After those fields, we have what used to be a garden, where there is a teacher's flat in the corner there.
Yes.
We had earmarked that the board approved it, so we are just waiting to get some fund. Yeah, all the girls who study here should be.
Anyone who studies here should be
in the hostel, and that will be a big achievement. Yes.
All right, let's get back to the results. Pause HM. You know, we're talking about excitement.
Yes. wanyana Mbale SS 2025 S6 kwa kule bula inabi.
Okay.
Kwa kule bula inabi. For the first time, actually, this has been our best performance for all the years we've been here. Why? Because Babana Abihala were able to get 4 students scoring 20 points.
Wow.
And these are students of PCB. PCB, 2 of them were PCB, including a girl called Namutos Aisha and another boy called Karuganahu Kadiri. And then Amano and Innocent, Gidudu Innocent. The 4 got 20 points in sciences. Now, when you come to 19 points, we had 11 students scoring 19 points, and all of them were science students. Yes, they are there. Actually, when they go for medicine, those are now medicine. I don't even teachers now. Those are normally because medicine, yeah, you can say it. But normally their first choice is normally the medicine. Education is normally second choice or third. So normally when they get those high marks, most cases they end up with medicine as their first choice because they qualify. Then 18 points. We had the 14 students with 18 points. Wow. Still in sciences. So then 17 points, we had the 29 students with 17 points. Wow. And so on and so forth. There were many. We sat 900 students, and all of them, apart from 1 student, got at least 1 point, 1 point to enable them to go to at least for a diploma. But the majority of our students passed, at least got 2 principals and above, meaning they qualify for university. So we are very, very happy. And like you know, Mbale SS is a science, a center of excellence in science education. About 90% of our learners are sciences. And we are very excited to serve our community. And these students, by the way, they are just paying 450,000 a term. If they are in the hostel, they add their 400. They pay 850 for the whole term. We know how much schools are paying in Kampala, in the central. Yes, there's a parent who came here. He has a child here, but the other child was in Nagarama SS, and she told us this term she paid 3.6 million for term 1 for a senior 5 student.
That is how expensive education has become. But should education be that expensive?
No, it shouldn't. But we have proved that you can give a quality education at an affordable cost. Because for 450, that means our student here, the 6 terms he's here, he pays 2.8 million. And he earns 20 points to go and get free education at the university.
But you know, if I was your students, Banochina, the ones who would opt for medicine, I would go to teaching. They are assured of your salary.
Yes, it is true.
Medicine.
By they pay better, only that the opportunities for government jobs may not be there. You may have to seek opportunities elsewhere.
As a teacher
or self-employed.
Sciences.
Yes.
There is something. But regardless, it is their choice. We are so happy for them. We wish them all the best.
Thank you. We thank the parents, we thank the candidates, and most importantly, the teachers for the good job.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I know you're still excited. So the other thing, what has helped? I talked about how Mbale SS has been in the limelight for years, especially when it comes to against A-level and then sciences. How have you managed this? Because it would be very easy for the former head teacher to go and then he goes with
the results.
The results, and then you come and then we see something different. But you manage to carry on this.
I must say it is not an easy, no mean achievement to maintain, because when you are replacing someone, you have to be fitting in the shoes. And in this case, it was even worse because, or maybe better, I don't know, depending on how you look at it. Okay, worse on my side because the expectations were very high, because the person I was replacing,
Mr. Kulobasam,
Mr. Kulobasam, had been promoted to be
a
a commissioner of government secondary education. What does that mean? It means that he was now directly going to be my supervisor. I reported to him.
And he's interested.
Yes, and he's interested. He knows every little corner of the school, and what you can't give an excuse. He will tell you, I made the results when I was there, so you can't give.
You can't tell me you're failing. Why are you failing?
Yeah, there's no reason why you should fail. So maybe that was one challenge, but also it was a positive challenge. Why? Because you then now know that you have your work cut out for you. You're not going to have excuses. You are not going to have excuses. So somehow we slowly fitted into the shoes, and with his guidance, we kept moving, and now we had the advantage that we had somebody on the other side who was our own. Whom, if we had issues of staffing, you would go to him. If you had any challenges that are to do with the administration,
we give credit to Mr.
Yes, he did. He played a big part. Yes. But also when he left us, we didn't just maintain the school where it was. We actually improved. Right from, if I gave you, I will send you our soft copy of our results from 2017. We even for O level, by the way, you are talking of A level, but even O level. Actually, O level consistently improved up to the last time we did the old curriculum of these senior sixes who sat last year. That was 2023. The number of division ones we got in 2023 was the highest the school had ever scored, because we went out. We used to say to ourselves that we went out with a bang. Yeah. Because that year we got 210 students in Division 1 out of the about 600, and almost 1/3 of the students go to Division 1. Yes. The celebration was high. And that was the highest number of Division 1s we have ever scored as a school. So that means that consistently we also improved until the old curriculum ended. So for A level, the same also abounded. We have not disappointed our community, our parents, and our clients, the students. That is why they trust us. They have confidence in us. That's why they keep coming.
Let me bring you back to before the release of the advanced level results. There was O level.
Yes, UCE.
Hey, kuli byojjukira ku mikutu. Ha! Mbale SS. I should we should talk about this. When what happened this time round? The results were not the very best.
Yes, that is true.
The ones you were used to.
Yes, that is true.
They changed. You got one person passing. They graded them in. Is it first class?
No. Nowadays, you know, we also needed to sensitize our people, our communities, stakeholders especially, who are not in the teachers and the students. For us, the teachers and students, we roughly understand about maybe about 90% now. But the community might be still at 40% of the new curriculum assessment requirements. The one, they did away with the divisions or grades. So every student, they now call them result 1, result 2. Yes, and result 1 simply means a student who has got at least 1 D. If you get 1 D, which is because the grades are now A, B, C, D, E. E is the worst. That's a low achievement. Okay. D is E is almost no achievement. D is the low achievement. So if you get 1 D out of the 9 subjects you are doing, or 8, then you qualify to get a certificate, and you qualify to be in result 1. So the people who you see in result 2 are the ones who have missed some subjects. Okay. Yeah, X. They have X's. Then in result 3, I think there are those who have not sat completely, like that. I think there's result 1, 2, and 3. So result 1 is like almost 99% of the students who sit get result 1. So what we are talking about are the grades A, A's, B's, C's, D's. Nowadays, the perception of the public is a school is graded on the number of A's they have got.
By the way, for this we shall come back to.
Yes.
You'll tell us the A's you've got for A level, but let's talk about ordinary.
O level, yeah, because even ordinary they are also being graded with A's. We shall come back to the
we shall come back to A level.
Yeah. Now for O level, senior 4, this is the second time they are sitting the new curriculum. Yes. And last year we sat the new curriculum, and we were the best. Yeah, we got A's. We're the best in the district and the city. This year, or let me say last year, 2025, when the results came out, I was not even around. I was in Kampala. We were actually for selection of senior 1. We were for selection of senior 1 when the results came out, and when they sent them to me, it was a bit of a shock. Because we're not used to being in that position.
I know. Do you know how they had you on social media?
Yes.
They had you for breakfast, lunch, and supper.
I know, and I avoided social media because I could easily have collapsed mentally. So I just decided not to go there. And I think it saved me a little. Yeah. But we got the feedback generally. Our parents, our community were not happy. They were not. And we take it, me as a person, I took it positively because they're used to seeing us excel. At this time round, we're not excelling. But now, what I wanted to explain a little, you know, the new curriculum, there are two things. The new curriculum, different from the old curriculum, is that part of the work is done at school and assessed from school. The subjects that we do, the normal subjects that we all know, English, what, in the 9 or 8, 20% of the grading is done at school. Then when they do NEB finals, it is out of 80%. So when we do this 20%, we do it in the class. After every topic, we give a test. Then we average. Then we send to UNEB. They convert it out of 20. Then they give the 80. They add. They give the final grade. That is one aspect. Then there is a paper we call project work, which is just research anyway. Research project. Every student from senior 1 to senior 4 is supposed to do research. So the research in senior 1 and 2 is just to enable them, give them some skills. It is not it's not final. So when they reach senior 3 and 4 is when they do the research that is graded, assessed, and it is sent to UNEB, which grades it. Now this research project work, we call it project work, is assessed 100% by the school. Yes. So
is this what affected?
Yes, largely because I think our teachers and the person who was supervising them were under illusion that the students should not be overscored. So they underscored them unknowingly or ignorantly.
Your own teachers?
Yes, our own teachers, I must say. But the teachers also claim that the person supervising them is the one who used to guide them, that you cannot overgive marks because you never will question the authenticity of the marks. So they gave moderate, average. Maybe it can affect, they can cancel them. They say, how can everybody pass?
We really need to understand these modalities.
Yes. So they gave average marks, at most slightly above average. There were no students who excelled, who were given exceptional.
What happened? Because this is the second year. This is the second batch. You're sitting in the new curriculum. The first batch did well.
Yes.
And these are the same people who were grading, aren't they?
Yes. Okay, not necessarily the same, because every time you change supervisors. Now the teachers have become supervisors. Like you would see lecturers maybe I want to imagine a situation like master's level or PhD, because that's where they do real research. Even undergraduate they do, but actually the research we are doing here is similar to the one of undergraduate. It's not very, very rigorous. It is not very, very time consuming. They just want a simple report, but the format is the same. You come up with a topic, objectives. You go to the field, and so they are graded in there are four what we call four competencies: planning stage, implementation stage, then reporting stage, and then dissemination.
But you know, they say we keep planning. So I think this time round, you people have
yes, we have learned our lesson.
That
is in summary, we have learned our lesson.
You've learned your lesson.
Yes.
And because we hold you in high regards and esteem, we expect the very best every year.
Yeah.
So in this expectation of the very best of this year, there is quote here, you might overtire the students, you know, with the expectation of aiming high, how do you help them, you know, with the pressures of pressure of performing well? There is their mental capability as well. This comes into play. What have you put in place?
You see, we have already started on that journey. One, we have brought in people from UNEB already to facilitate. Last Sunday, we had a gentleman from UNEB who came to just sensitize us on project worker supervision and assessment. So we already now have that dose. Secondly, we've told our teachers that with research, you know, research is like somebody giving you a blank check. Then you assess your needs and you put the amount of money you want. But of course, you have to be responsible. Yes. If your husband gave you a check, you know his capacity. You are not going to put 1 billion if you know that in the bank there is 10 million, and you want to, so probably you put a handsome figure, but not an overwhelming one that will overwhelm or embarrass you. So we have told our teachers, first of all, with the research, it is even allowed by UNEB. When you are doing research, it is an interaction like we are doing. Here you have written the topic. What's your topic? I want to find out the causes of maybe environmental degradation in Mbale city. What are the objectives? To address the problems, maybe to plug the gaps, maybe to plant, to see where we can plant trees and so on and so forth. So you tell the student, okay, maybe this topic is it achievable? Is it maybe someone else has ever done it? So is it a good topic? If it's not, you tell him can't change here. Instead of saying Mbale city, maybe you say in Mbale SS. So you go when the learner goes, it is allowed. He goes, comes back and say, okay, now here you have got full marks for your topic. Objectives, there are this. No, go back and do this. It is allowed. So there is no reason you can even justify it. Even when you score a student highly, you can justify as long as you have evidence and there's a proper report. Now, what I want to tell you that in most schools, last year UNEB was a bit generous to almost everyone because it was the first time.
Yes,
they were
you're getting into something
new.
Because
they didn't want to disappoint people and say this is a flop. The new curriculum is a flop. They were a bit generous. They didn't want to fail students on the first attempt because we have not mastered this curriculum. That is the truth. Now for this one, if you get an unscrupulous school, it can award arbitrarily students scores randomly just to make them pass.
So you were faithful.
Yes, we were faithful.
Yes.
That is the
and
truth.
Besides, you know, if you awarded unscrupulously, you're not helping this.
You are not helping them.
Because
but of course, you will escape the public bashing. The one we got.
You really got a bashing.
We really got a bashing, and we have learned our lesson. Maybe God wanted us. Maybe we had been so much up there.
God wanted to humble you
to humble us a little, and
bring
say
you to the level and see what people go through.
Can you please
wake up?
Work on a few things.
All right. All right, HM, you've been in this journey for quite some time. What would be, being in this huge school, expectations are very high. You know what you've gone through, what you've managed, and what you've not. But what advice would you give your fellow teachers out there vis-a-vis the challenges of community and society? For us, we expect the very best out of you, but maybe the conditions for you to achieve that are not to your expectations. So ku zero zigumisa bachobo bali in this calling. It's not an easy one. Imagine you're in a class ye babana 10 ingo uchiri kulekayo chekulya dawe. We all know what teachers go through, but at the end of the day you still come and take our children through this education. You see them excel. Aliyo bakabita baba abitire kwatendereza our grandparents. Mwana yo mugesinga gugawe, mwana yo mugesinga kukuwe, but we never give you credit. So in that line, what would be your last advice to the teachers out there?
Yeah, number one, as a teacher, as a seasoned teacher, as an experienced teacher, the work of a teacher is more of a calling than a job that you expect to it is a passion. In fact, once you don't have a passion for teaching, for helping younger people become better, then you are in the wrong profession. If you put money first in teaching, then you're going to get it wrong, because you're going to get very disappointed and you get very frustrated, and as a result you become a very bad teacher and you fall out. But if you follow your passion, the money will follow you. Inevitably the money, because everyone needs to survive. But I must say that the teacher of today, when I began teaching, that is how many years ago? I even lost count. Almost 30 years ago.
Almost 30, because
yes,
94.
90,
when Kulubia was also not born.
Yeah, I finished university in 94, began working in 95. So, yeah, it is 30 years, because this is 2026.
2026.
So last year I made 30 years. So when we began teaching, the teacher was earning, they were paying us 7,000 shillings. Then they doubled it to not 7,000, it was 7,000. It came to 15, it came to 30, they kept doubling to 70, then 150, up to where we are. Today, the teachers are much better remunerated than the time. Actually, me when I was given education at the university, I struggled for the first 2 weeks to change to a business. I remember I wanted to do business administration. They used to call it business management. But they refused to change my course. I said, okay. I settled in, since I was doing literature and English. It was a subject that I had passion for, at least. Eventually, I never saw myself as a teacher when I was in school. Because the teachers then, in our school in the 80s, were doing very, very badly. Teachers could not even afford the socks. Teachers used to put on shoes which they could not even afford to polish. They couldn't even afford. If you afforded to buy shoes, you couldn't buy polish. So they were bad. A picture, a bad example.
No one wanted
to associate for teaching or education. But with the time, teaching has turned out to be very respectable. At least now you know that the science teachers are now being paid very handsomely. Actually, more than even me, the head teacher. My science teachers here earn more than me. That's the irony. Almost twice as much as I earn. Yes, and that has helped a bit. The teachers, when you come to our parking yard here on a weekday, you will find cars. Yes, and that is good, because when teachers are motivated, when their own personal lives are sorted out, their families, then they become better performers.
But HM, we correct something. Nyenye basomesa be mutawuni. Aliyo bose be buwala siyonga. Zimbera kaziriko zindaida.
You are right, but it also depends now on the level. On the level, are you talking of primary level or secondary level?
Even both primary and secondary.
If it is a government school, at least the government teachers are paid equally across the country. Of course, if you are in the urban setting, you have advantages that your parents in urban setting are a little better financially, so they are able to support their children better. They even contribute to the school. Even they use schools that are not supposed to charge. They charge something little. The parents afford to pay. But in the village school, the parents will want, if it's a government school, they will tell you. The government,
yes.
So that becomes. So I want to advise my fellow teachers that let's make it the best way to make it in teaching is be a good teacher. When you're a good teacher, you'll be recognized. How? Everybody will be looking for you. If you're a good teacher and you are in a school, maybe in a rural area, and you are passing students, the good schools, so-called good schools, will look for you. They say there's a good chemistry teacher there, there's a good history teacher there. Let's go and get him. So the only way you can improve yourself, even in schools, you said that the schools want everybody would wish to be in a school like Mbale SS. But that is actually true, because you find that now, like, this is a government school, 100%. When people see the school, every head teacher wants to be a head teacher of Mbale SS. Every teacher wants to be a teacher of Mbale SS. Every student, I would say, in this community wants to be part. Every parent would wish a child to be here. Apart from if you can afford to take them to schools that pay much higher. So, but instead of us looking at this, we can improve our own environments. For example, we've seen now schools in our neighborhood improving a great deal. Actually, they are benchmarking on us, and me, that makes me feel proud, because everybody wants to beat. Yes, they are quite mean. You mean benchmarking or coming as students?
Benchmarking and then students coming, because I know you have the best science laboratories.
Yes, they do come in large numbers. There's a time we had a workshop last term for senior 6. This hall got filled up, and this hall has a capacity of 1,000 external seminar from all the schools around here, Tororo, Wea, Soroti, Manafa, where to name it. They had to look for more space, and we created the other spaces around. Meaning that when Mbale SS has a workshop, seminar, they call them, they come running, which is a good thing. So they are benchmarking with us, and we feel proud about it. Actually, everybody is inspired by, other schools are inspired by Mbale SS. They want to beat us, and so they also
they create the competition.
They create the positive competition, I would call it. So as they do that, we also up our game a little. We say, oh, we don't want.
And you need competition.
Yes, we need competition.
For you to realize how best you are, you need competition, which is not bad. Nasimire, imbuga yesi okuwere kugenyisa ano kwaganika kuzisonga. I will be coming back kunaganikizaga kuzisonga zingali kunaganika kuzisonga zeba bana. So when I call on you, I appreciate the hospitality that you extend to us. Again, I want to thank the teachers. Sometimes we pay less tribute to the teachers who do the footwork. So yes, thank you for laboring. Thank you for being patient, and we wish you all the best. To the rest of the schools, Baba excelling, congratulations. It is not the end of the world. Hey, you still have time. Every other year you have an opportunity of encouraging your students. Mwamayo ACS muri mwanina namakuba ni umugosi Buyera Moses ngano head teacher we Mbale SS ano mu Mbale City mwanyana kubanga muyongera kubona the My JJ show.